Looks like the test chat went through. Just gotta set my phone up now. Over here where I keep it so I can see if anybody chips in. Okay. There we go. Alright, Twitch stream looks good, so I can X that out. YouTube stream looks good. Excellent connection, okay, so I can X that out. And I can go ahead and drop my internet as a whole, then I should be able to. And bring the game up. And there we go, where are we at? We're in 2265. Okay, what am I doing? We have an ocean world here and a savanna world. I believe that I have a colonizing ship of birds on the way to the ocean world. The Kiram Sacrosanct. Yeah. No. My bad, they're Arctic world. Okay, we have a federation with them, that's right. Okay. So that's going to be probably what I learn about here going forward, is kind of how to work the Federation. I don't really know what all to do. Probably need to watch some YouTube instructional videos. Alright, what else is going on here? New Alaska is being built up. How are we doing on the economy? I haven't been in this game for a while. This is a weekly thing, so I always have to refresh myself when I hop in. Okay, so economy looks good in 2265. We have an ocean world here. Are we not going to terraform these? I'm a little low on money. I think I remember that's what was holding me back. I wanted to build up on cash a little bit. Okay. Unpause. Speed 2. Members of this federation are united and ready to cooperate to deal with whatever problems may arise, right? Because we're a galactic union. Diverse ethics impose a 50% smaller penalty to Federation cohesion. That's good, because we're going to have probably some diverse ethics. Federation centralization is minimal currently. Can we assign an envoy? We already have. Can we assign another? I suppose so. Okay, and XP is currently dropping. So we'll have to see how that develops rolling forward. Their economy is a little bit stronger. Their fleet power is massively stronger. Their tech is significantly stronger. Okay. That's alright, we're in the blooming phase right now. We have strong defenses. We only have 2 entry points to defend. Our fleet is 1.4k strong. What's up with First Fleet? What are you? You are a cruiser, okay. Second Fleet doesn't exist for some reason. Three of 3 envoys. Man, I do enjoy this game. I've been doing a lot of troubleshooting this week. Well, more like it was yesterday. I ended up doing a lot of troubleshooting. Finally figured out what was going on. Puzzle pieces sort of fell together. Governing ethics shift in Leachix Consortium, alright. And so it's nice to get into a game like this where I'm halfway competent at it. And I think that's a good way to put it. I've got a lot to learn in Stellaris, but in this part of the game, I'm fairly competent. Although I do need to learn about Federation stuff. And it's relaxing. It's fun. So we got 6 districts. And we have 1 job available to a human. How are we doing on housing? We're doing okay. Can we clear blockers? We cannot. This planet is going to be an industrial planet. Well, we might as well load up on the housing then, because that's what it's going to need rolling forward. Okay, we have another planet right here as well. So really I've got... Oh no, that's not within our realm. It could be, or they're not cut off from it. Well, we can go for... If we can cut them off right here, we could gain access to all this, and that would get us 1 planet. I don't know, that's not really worth it. It does get me a few more resources also. What's the trade look like? It gives me access to this rare resource. There's a total of 5 trade up here, it looks like. No, 9. We can try it. Let me move here. That means that the defense station at Reyna would be tore down, and we would rebuild at Tar Valim. Galactic Market has been established in the core system, so we didn't win it. Okay. You guys are not you guys. I thought that you were. Evangelizing zealots. Huh. How am I doing here? What's my cap look like? Not great. I don't know if I should be expanding.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
What have we learned? We've learned about starholds. That's a good upgrade for us. 8587. We'll take ion thrusters. Okay. Let's wait and see if I can gain this system first. If I can't, then I'll just reload. This is a learning series. Super unofficial, super relaxed. Kind of designed to do new things, and recycling campaign just went out. Okay.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And we have learned leader lifespan plus 10 years. Where the body fails, science intervenes. Fatality boosters. Alright, 8, 8, 7, and 7. Let's get these deep crust engineering tile blockers. In the meantime, we'll take a look at edicts. Waiting for land of opportunity. No, that's not going to go out. Master's teaching, research speed plus 10%, costs 80 influence. Let's go ahead and grab these 2 again.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And we have learned improved reactor boosters, 77757. Gravitic sensors for a listening post. That would be nice to have a listening post. Okay, construction ship is in place. Build the outpost. Mandate unfulfilled. New Siberia as a forge world can be upgraded. We have 2 unemployed here.
Construction completed.
Okay, construction ship, go ahead and grab right here. Upgrade 3rd fleet.
Ship upgrades applied.
Looks like we're gonna get it. Tar Valin will be ours.
Construction completed.
Boom. Okay. Reyna, you're going to, well, how do I get a hold of you? We're going to downgrade you. Okay. And I still have defense platforms out there, I guess. There we go. Tarvalin. You will be upgraded. And my construction ship can begin filling in everything back here. Okay, we are at 8.7k plus 107. I want to wait until I'm in the 20s. Maybe even 25 plus on credits, and then I'll start terraforming these worlds. By that time, I may have this one included, and we can terraform 3 at a time. I think that's going to cost me 15k. Alright, in the meantime, Concord has several jobs. Let's just fill it up with housing. New Roanoke is a mining world. Says I have one more district left. Oh, I must have filled up on mining though, did it? 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so give me another housing district, okay. We are now gaining XP based on 44.0 cohesion. Okay, so if I remember correctly, and I may not, this builds up over time. I think I just saw it jump from 44 to 46. I'm not for sure. Oh yeah, we're at 48 cohesion now, so yeah, it builds over time. Branch office has been shut down on Concord. Outstanding. All right, I'm gonna mute Mike and grab a drink.
Construction completed.
New Siberia is ready, and it's going to be a forge world as well. Well, let's go ahead and get a forge going then. We have an unemployed specialist, so that'll take care of that unemployed specialist. New Alaska as a mining world, and we'll upgrade it. Tarvalim is almost done upgrading.
Construction completed.
Excellent. Missiles plus. We'll put a crew quarters up.
Construction completed.
Food is a little bit low. Okay. These are our yellow areas, I would call them. They're not red yet, but they're yellow. So we're going to need to respond to that. Not an agri world. Not an agri world. Neither is the other one. Yeah, we don't have any agri worlds. Maybe Earth.
Construction completed.
This is a mining world that we could also... Well, no, we're gonna run out of districts though. Pause it. Asgard. Asgard does have food on it. Do we have something that'll enhance that? No, not yet. Concord, no. New Siberia, no. Horizon, no. Puerto Gonzalez, not really. New Alaska, a little bit. Well, that could actually become a real problem for us as our population begins to boom. Am I doing robots in this? No. Yeah, this was going to be a no robot playthrough, so it's going to be all pop, all bio pop. Ooh boy. Okay. Maybe we'll be able to get them from our enemies. Where are your worlds at? Is this a planet with a world? Did I misread this up here? Yeah, I did. Deneb. We might need to convert Earth. Do I have the generator thing up? No.
Construction completed.
That's as far as I can go with that. And there's nothing in the Commonwealth of Man really either. That could be a real problem area looming ahead of us. This is a mining world. Fortress world. What can we vote on? The Readied Shield? No. The Conservation Act. Let's see. We're Earth. We're good guys, so we support the Conservation Act. Sustain life. Preserve life. Puerto Gonzalez. Why did I turn you into a generator world? I think you were auto-selected to be generator. You should probably be a mining world. I'm sorry, I usually mute Mike whenever I have to sniff like that. Oh, and I have an energy grid up on it. So that wasn't an accident. Huh. Let's get ag up as much as we can. Find out if we can avoid this crisis. Tarvalim is done upgrading. We'll get the defense platforms up. We're at 12,000 energy credits, and we're dropping because we're converting districts. I might not be able to convert all those yet. 15 tile. We seem to have a lot of minerals. A lot. This is probably the worst map that I could have gotten 0 robots on. Oh, they have an unemployed specialist with 2 open jobs. You're a mining world, and I don't have a mining thingamajig I can put on you. Well, I'm going to just be patient then. Where's my construction ship at? Oh, Tarvalin is done upgrading also, so let's get you guys. Oh no, you're still building. Okay.
Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied.
We'll go with trade protection. I don't really even have a trade protection hub up yet. I do have the space for one. Where's my trade hub at? Right here. Okay, if I put... Well, what are you? Nothing, okay. If I put a protection hub up here, I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, close. 1, 2, 3. I would need to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so I would cover this whole section. 1, 2, 3, and I would cover up to Reyna, and I would cover all that. So this is where I'm going to put it. Now I'll need to have another one up here eventually, but I'll have to have a trade station up here too. All right. Earth has an open slot, which we will use for evidently civilian industries because we're hurting on that. Asgard should build another fortress. We're increasing our naval cap slowly. That was down here. Stronghold. New Alaska is just kind of stuck until this guy decides that he needs to work one of these jobs. Okay. Our star bases, beginning with Sirius, upgrade to a star hold. Tarvalim, upgrade to a star hold. Eta Cassio, Eta, upgrade to a star hold. And for Malhalt, not yet.
Construction completed.
Upgrade to Starhold, okay. From Malhalt, we'll wait.
Construction completed.
Queue these up. And then we'll start getting all the mining stations and the research stations put up. We've got 16 available trade here in Reyna. Unstable weather, in large part due to the uninterrupted terraforming process on New Alaska. The planet has a somewhat unstable climate. The interrupted terraforming process. Violent storms that our climate models can't predict often materialize without warning. One such storm recently swept over a major settlement, resulting in several deaths and a lot of destroyed property.
Research concluded.
What did we learn? We got the listening post. Okay. 6943. Let's go research station. the Decran Continuum. Okay, there's our fallen empire, because they're way out in front. Somehow I'm ranked number 3. I guess because, okay, Federation points count towards us, so that helps. We're up to 44 on our fleet, on our naval capacity. If we get to 60, we can build another fleet. What could I put here, if anything?
Construction completed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't want to put anything up there yet.
Research concluded.
We have learned ion thrusters. Let's go with well, this would be nice to have. Well, we better grab that.
Construction completed.
I wonder why this ends up being empty space. Maybe there's hidden routes out here that we don't know of yet. Okay, Sirius Station. You can build a couple gun batteries and a listening post. Tarvalim, same thing. Eta Cassio as the trade hub. I guess I still don't have the off-world trading company. So we'll put another silo up. We can't. Well, we're going to need all the food we can get, so I'll throw that on there. Right here. Oh shoot, I don't even know the tech that I need. Well, that was a waste, so that you're just going to be sitting there then. Okay. I need to learn Scoutcraft or something like that so we can put them in. Are we suffering any piracy? I might need to send out my navy. No, we're not. Okay. Third Fleet can upgrade.
Ship upgrades applied.
Okay. We have a regular worker now, but we don't have any jobs for them, so let's build a mining area. Oh, we're suddenly at plus 53. I don't know what caused that. Oh, you know what? I tend to forget that each one of these is actually worth kind of a lot. I want to get all of you built. Okay, and there's still blockers left here, but I would need the other two to be housing districts, and that leaves no room for food. Okay, I still think this is a problem area. Oh yeah, cohesion is up to a 935. No, 100. We have no fleets. Laws. I need level 2. I think I remember going through this before, and I needed level 2 for any of the ones that I was interested in changing. Level 2 or higher.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Tech has been researched. We can clear those blockers. Gene modification, that's kind of what I've been waiting for. Well, I haven't really been waiting for it, but we're going to go down this line. However, I think we're going to need this. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And then we're going to go clear blockers.
Construction completed. Research concluded.
Okay, our research station output's going up. I don't really dabble in plasma or disruptors, so I don't need those. Hyperdrive, cold fusion reactor might be nice. Let's jump into that. That's going to open up a new study path for us also. Guardian Angels Act. I forget what that is. The soldiers that dedicate their lives to keeping our planet safe should be recognized and honored.
Construction completed.
I don't really know what to say. We're pretty weak, so maybe I would support that. Okay, our construction ship just finished up. So, build mining stations. All through here.
Ship upgrades applied.
And we have a generator world that is going to need city districts. And we'll go ahead and throw up a hollow theater because we're starting to hurt on amenities here. Mandate unfulfilled. Founder species on slave market. Oh, so you're at war with somebody. Or you were. Maybe you got raided. Yeah. I guess they got raided. Earth is out of housing, so we're going to have to replace a generator district with housing. Which means that's going to create one unemployed also. Fed level is unlocked. What does that do for us? Okay, well, we can go to low. Are you sure you wish to propose low Federation centralization? A failed vote will result in a negative effect on cohesion. Well, both of us want it. What does it do for me? Unlocks the following laws: fleet contribution, low, succession type, challenge, war deck, majority vote, invite members, majority vote, and separate treaties are prohibited. Okay. See, that recycling took us from 0 to +7. I'm not quite sure how we discovered a new arc. Oh, because we're in a federation. They expanded into new areas. And they found an archaeological site that now we know about also. Okay, Concord is an industrial world that we need to put another civilian industry up on. Unpause. This federation has a minor collaborative military effort. Members transfer 10% of their naval capacity to the Federation. Or, yeah, I don't really want to do it, and neither do they. Succession type, I like the rotation idea. For 20 years, subjects can join. Vote weight is equal. I like that for now. War deck, unanimous vote. Might as well. There's only 2 of us right now. Invite members, unanimous. Kick members, majority. Free migration is disabled. Okay, separate treaties are currently allowed. I'll keep that. Okay. Asgard. Oh, they're going to need more housing. We might have to start moving people off of Earth. Gosh, as this kind of society, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. That might be either prohibited or expensive. Okay, that's our 3rd tree. Uh-oh. Ascension perk is available. Oh. Oh, okay, I didn't pick one. My bad. Well, we can go with Galactic Force Projection. We're not really a one vision type of society. This is the one that always appeals to me out of these. I tend to kind of take the same things all the time. But that's because I feel like I'm always trying to learn the game, so I go with the same stuff. But they're clear-cut choices. Like, well, if I'm authoritarian, I do like one vision. We're going to grab this. Yeah. I mean, we don't need it right now, but we'll take it. Hopefully we can build to our force limit eventually. Gonna need multiple forge worlds, and we need the collateral up here with the energy credits. This ranking here doesn't even look at military, does it? Economic, tech, systems, colonies, pops, subject empires, federation, crisis ships killed and relics collected. Okay. So, but if I look here, scum and villainy on Earth. We're in kind of bad shape here. Although nobody except for the Fallen Empire is overwhelming to us. Okay, Earth. I'm gonna convert my Takatan monument because we're like doing really good on influence. That's what this provides, right? Unity and no, unity. Okay, well, I'm gonna convert you anyway into an enforcement precinct houses. Cancel that. We are one pop away from being able to build precinct houses right here. Yeah, I'll just be patient. I've already got that criminal job in place. Maxed out on influence. And grab that.
Research concluded.
Leader pool size is increased by 1. Research speed is increased 10%.
Construction completed.
We could go capacity. Oh, well, no, we can't increase here. I can. It's just that it does something bad. I can't remember what. Oh, it increases empire sprawl? By how much? A lot. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Well, that was a nice experiment. Let's see. We just learned the mining subsidies. So, no to robots. I'm trying to experiment with an all-bio playthrough. Here we go, basic strike craft. That's what I want. Okay, my construction ship has put all that stuff up now. Okay. Are you still building? Why are you 4.4 and this other station is 5K? You guys should have all the same stuff. You do. Is there... There are things in the system that are affecting shield nullification for this one that this one does not have. Sublight speed 10%, ship weapons range. All of that looks the same. The military power is stronger at Sirius Station. Oh, I have... Who are you? You're the cruiser, okay. And I have you stationed there? Yes, I do. Okay, so that explains that. Hey, Buxy. How are you doing, bud? Oh, unpause. Yeah, this is the weekly stream. Since there was no consensus on what good day there was, I just kind of stuck with Fridays. Collective waste management, diplomatic weight from economy. Yeah, we support that. I'm anticipating that we will have a strong economy.
Research concluded.
Hey, upright and breathing. You? Yeah, I'm doing well. Yesterday, I actually spent a lot of time doing some troubleshooting. I ran into a real problem with my Subnautica series, and I was eventually able to get that fixed. I'm about to start recording another Crusader Kings 3 playthrough that I have. I don't know if I'll end up following through with it or not, but I have a grand plan for that. But I had to play around with it. CK3 gives me fits a little bit. I think once I remembered to put my... I have a video card that's factory overclocked. And some of these games that are coming out right now, they really hate that. And you'll get a CTD. And I remembered about that, so I put it into debug mode, which disables the factory overclock. And once I did that, mind you, I had tried a bunch of other things first. But once I did that, it started working again. So I got both those things cleared up. And I'm pretty excited, because I had actually recorded an apology video for my Subnautica series saying, hey, look, until this thing gets out of early access, we're going to have to put this on pause. And so I was happy to learn that I could take that video down and continue the series instead. I'll take colonial centralization. And over here, we will build precinct house to deal with the crime. So the plan on that Crusader Kings 3 game is I'm going to be beginning in the Iberian Peninsula. And I'm not going to do a Iron Man playthrough, so no achievements. But glad you got it all sorted out. Yeah, thank you. I'm not going to do Iron Man because what that's going to let me do is I'm going to form nations. And as soon as I form that nation, I'm going to hop over to another place and form that nation. So I'm going to play multiple Chronicles of Crusader Kings 3 that take us up to the end date, of 1453, I think it is. I'll stop it just a little bit earlier. 1444 is what I'm aiming for. Because another game that Paradox makes is called Europa Universalis 4. And I'm going to import our Crusader Kings 3 world into that game and begin at the date of 1444. And that game, I believe, rolls on to the 1800s. And we'll see how that goes. Now, I know some basics about Europa Universalis 4, but that's a game that I have a ton. It's probably the game I have the most to learn about in my entire lineup. And so I'm going to be doing an unofficial streaming series while I'm doing the Crusader Kings 3 recordings. I'm going to do a streaming series, an unofficial streaming series on Europa Universalis 4, where I basically just do what I'm doing with Stellaris here. I play the game and I learn from experience. And so that's the plan, but we're talking multiple chronicles. This conceivably, this could be like a year-long idea. We'll find out. CK3, ambitious. Yeah, it is. I'm going to put another fortress world up here. Oh, Asgard is having a problem. Let's cancel that and put up precinct houses instead. And yeah, let's see. It might be more beneficial to flip Asgard to a bureaucrat world, since I took Galactic Force Protection. I have more naval power than I know what to do with right now. We can't afford to quickly fill that out just yet. But I really like the idea of having a fortress world at an entry point. It makes it darn near impossible for these guys to get past me. Alright, I had to mute Mike. Let's see here. We're researching the tech that I need to fill this out. This is going to be our trade protection hub. I think I'm about to buy a new laptop. I got 3 keys playing up on my keyboard. Oh no. Just after I spent out on a new battery. Oh man. Yeah, that's kind of like life, right? It's one thing after another. And I mean, I guess really the silver lining is that I am glad that my frustrations come from things that are not existentially threatening to me in most cases. They're just annoying. They're really annoying, and it is frustrating. So I definitely empathize with you, but as I started to empathize with you, I thought to myself, well, the silver lining on that is that we get frustrated by, it's one thing after another where stuff isn't working like it's supposed to work. And I find that to be, that gets under my skin a lot of times. Like you're supposed to work. But at least I ain't looking for food, or shelter or something like that. Golly, wait till that post-apocalyptic world gets upon us. Hopefully we're not the ones that find out about that. That comes way down the line, if at all. I'm starting to have some real problems here with crime. Do I have criminal empires? Yes, I do. That's why we're having a problem. Okay. Which one was it? The New Roanoke. Orbital researcher mandate fulfilled. Oh, that's good. Well, I want fanless, so there's really only one choice, which is the MacBook Air. I can afford it. It's just, ouch. Yeah, I mean, that's the expensive option. I hear you. I know what you're talking about too. Like, I'm not as flush as I used to be, but I've been pretty flush in the past. And I can remember going into stores and being like, this is what I want. And I'll look at it and be like, that price though, like, I know this ain't worth that price. And a lot of times I just wouldn't get something not tech related. It would be like a shirt. Go into a store, see a nice shirt that I like, and it's a t-shirt,
Research
right?
concluded.
But it's made of good quality cotton. It fits the right way. It's got some weight to it, and you can tell that the material it's made out of, it'll hold its color. Look at the price tag, and that thing would be like $65. I'm like, nope, just on principle. I mean, I could do it. I'm just not going to, because that's foolish. But when it comes to tech, I find that I'm willing to pay for what I want more often than not. So I guess that's the market, huh? Cold fusion reactor has been researched. 8-7 chemical plants. Yeah, I'll grab that. I've been poor in the past and still live like I'm poor, which is why I got savings. Yeah. Oh, plus Windows 2 to get my head around. Yeah. Yeah. I grew up, I don't know if I could really say I grew up poor. I felt like I did. It really felt like it. Like, we were always living like we couldn't go anywhere. And I did live in some rough neighborhoods growing up, but from lack of money, but, and so because of that, I think I learned how to live frugal. So it's fairly inexpensive for me. My life is not very expensive. I know what I like to do, and I kind of do that all the time, and I don't get tired of it, and so I have most of the things that I need in place. And it works out. ZVB keys are dodgy. Yeah. I'm sure you've tried popping them off and reconnecting them, like trying to clean it out and stuff and then reconnect them. I assume you've done that. Oh, my economy is healthy again. Okay. It's a laptop. You start you start by taking the bottom off. Oh, okay. I actually have very little experience with laptops. I didn't even own one in college. I took physical notes. I wrote down in notebooks because writing helps me to remember. So I didn't even get a laptop for school. I don't fancy trying to fix a laptop keyboard, not when it's my main net machine. Yeah, I hear you. Plus, if it's Apple, a lot of times you just take it to the Apple store. I thought. I'm not super experienced with that. That's the impression I had. Let's sell food. That's good. Not long ago, I was really thinking we were headed for a crisis with food. But we seem to be doing well enough to sell surplus now. They didn't exist when I was in education. Oh yeah, my current laptop is a low-spec Acer. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. But you're moving to a MacBook. A Mac Air. Gotcha. Concord. Throw up another civilian industry. Okay, we're at 26K now, and that means terraforming. And this guy up here. Okay, that's 4 planets that I'm terraforming. I'll be told it's not worth repairing if I take it somewhere. Oh, really? Man, how do those people make money then if they turn everybody away? Maybe they don't waste their time on little things like that. They want the big bucks, like, oh yeah, you got a fried motherboard. You're going to need to order all this stuff, and then we can put it together for you. What a grift. Yes, I'm thinking of upgrading to the MacBook Air from my Acer, which is fanless and a metal case. Just really low spec.
Construction completed.
How does a PC be fanless? Like, what does it do for cooling? There must be another way. Maybe it has heat inductors to absorb all the heat and dissipate it out in some other fashion. How much is it going to take me to make another fleet? Fed, Corvette, Destroyer, Fed, Destroyer, okay. Alright, this would take me 3,830. Okay. And then I also want to go into Ship Designer, and I want to destroy this auto destroyer. Crime boss arrested on Asgard. All right. Yay us. Let's see here. Chats. I was thinking about a MacBook Pro over 3 years ago, but chose to buy that laptop and make my garage door remote opening with the same money. Oh, okay. Nice. Passive cooling. Thermal throttle if it gets too hot. Oh, the new Air won't get hot with my usage. Okay, that's kind of cool. One of these days I want to do a playthrough as a mega corporation. I have it. And it looks fun, but I just would like to complete the game as a regular empire first. And maybe more than likely as two different kinds. The open society kind of open society. The diplomacy based UNE and the authoritarian based Commonwealth or Roman Star Empire created or something like that, and then move on to a megacorp. It's a new CPU built by Apple and it's powerful. Nice. All right. One of these terraforming worlds needs to be a bureaucracy center. Which one's it going to be? 16 tile, 25 tile, 18 tile, and 15 tile. It's between the 16 and the 15. It's going to be the 15. They got a dust desert, so that means that we can put up a moat harvesting trap, I guess 2 of them, and everything else will be bureaucratic buildings, administrative buildings. We have form a galactic council. Role-playing, we should probably be on board with that. Okay. You gotta have room for them to do it in triplicate. What do you mean? Like 3 CPUs?
Research concluded.
We have learned basic strikecraft. Okay, good. 7, 8, 8, and 10. Oh, we want this for sure. Improved structural integrity. Alright, in the meantime, you will get all of that. And I'm thinking we will throw you and you up. Yeah. Oh, bureaucrats, paperwork and yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a good joke, man. I'm sorry I missed out on that one. I was still thinking about your laptop. That's an envoy, I think. No, scientist. Okay. Go with the youngest, I suppose. And assist research. Oh. Signs of Arassian activity. Let's go check that out. I didn't realize that was up there. My bad. Alright, construction ship. Get this stuff. There we go. Why is there a loop in your order at Darthana? Loops border in your border. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about over here? Let's see. Darthana. Let's find Darthana. Barnard, Sirius, Sol, Alpha Centauri, Tau Ceti, Eta, Parima, Arai, Formohar, Beta, Lenagor. Right there. Okay. That's because that's not my system to grab. It's their system, and once they populate it, this border will fill in. Until then, it remains open. It's like no man's land. And we have a surplus of minerals to sell now. Our economy's really starting to pick up now. How are we stacking up? We're up to 4197. And of course here, this isn't going too good for us because I haven't added anything to my fleet power yet, but we're close to building another fleet. Let's see. I need 3830. I have 31, so we're getting close. In the meantime, though, we can spend a little bit to upgrade, keep everything top-notch. And what should we go into next? I'm thinking prosperity. We could go into supremacy, but I don't really think we need it. I'm not pushing my cap at all. So I'm going to go with prosperity. Mining station output has increased 10%. Wow. Okay.
Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied.
Oh, that's right. Sol Station can also expand.
Ship upgrades applied. 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 Ship upgrades applied.
Oh, that cost me a lot more in alloys than I thought.
Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied.
Wow. Okay.
Ship upgrades applied.
Concord will get another.
Ship upgrades applied.
Where are you at? Civilian industry. Asgard.
Ship upgrades applied.
Housing.
Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied.
Contraband is seized on New Roanoke. Okay, good. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Yeah. Yeah, I was getting pretty close to being able to build up a second fleet, which would close the gap with some of our competitors as far as naval strength. I was at 3.2, I think, out of 3.8 that I needed, but I decided to go ahead and do upgrades, and then bam, that took half my stash out. Okay.
Special project has concluded.
Artifact recovered and terraforming candidate done, 2 of them. So we're waiting on the other 2. And we have found the Erasian system, the home system. Donde está? Right here. We'll go and survey that system. Contraband is seized on Earth. We gain 20 of that special resource. I forget what those are called. Gases. Something gases.
Research
Exotic gases. Okay, we have learned chemical plants. Volatile material plants. So we can build chemical plants now. And probably need to... Well, I want the quantum energy states more than I want the research complexes right now. That's another thing. I'm gonna have to build a research world. Okay. And we also learned colonial centralization. Let's go with an administrative park, I think. As a sign of our mastery of the unknown, we have gathered alien creatures from all across the galaxy. I think I'll go with this. You get exotic gases after eating curry. Nice. All right. Well, even though the recycling campaign edict ended, we're still at plus 21, so I don't think I'm going to throw money at that. Wait, maybe I am, because I don't really have to spend this money. I mean, we could buy alloys, I suppose, but I'm going to go with this. I think selling consumer goods would be... Oh, we should have seen a jump there. We didn't. Oh, there it goes, plus 30. If we get a surplus of consumer goods, those will sell for a lot more. And then I can buy alloys. Foreign Empire claims our system. Who is it? The Lashak's Consortium. Yeah. That's these guys, I think. Yep. They're the criminal syndicate that's been building stuff. Oh, they don't match up very strongly against us.
Construction completed. Construction completed.
Maybe I should be taking them down. What kind of planets do you guys have? You have tropical worlds. And we have influence to burn. We're absolutely going to claim some of their stuff. They're hostile towards us. Let me create a save point, because I don't know that I want to go to war with them right now. But we cannot claim any of their systems Oh, because they don't have... Okay, I have to wait for them to have a... Outposts on our worlds. Initiating data store transfer to primitive organic civilization. Data block corrupted, data block corrupted, data block corrupted. Ancient caretakers. I'm going to say graciously accept. We're going to gain physics, society research, and engineering research for 120 precursor data cache. Yeah, thanks. Remember the Deep Space Nine episode with the self-sealing stem bolts? No, I do not. I am proud to say I've never watched any of the Deep Space Nine episodes. I heard they are woke as all get out, and that they've failed multiple times as a result of it. They've had to restart their series. Like, this is over a period of years. I don't know that that's true, but I think I watched 3 episodes when it first began, and it was interesting enough. I didn't knock it. I didn't even know what woke was back then, but because I'm a quote-unquote cord cutter, and I was a cord cutter before it was popular. It's just the way my life went. You know, when the military took me overseas into countries that I didn't understand the language, so there was no need to watch TV. And so I got used to that. And I would come back to the States and I would go buy cable, and then I would realize all I ever do is play World of Warcraft. I'm throwing my money away on cable, so I would just cancel. So there's a lot of stuff on TV that I'm completely unfamiliar with as a result. Deep Space Nine was the 90s. Oh, was it? Okay, so what's the one that I'm thinking of? I thought that was... What's the one that they have out now? The Star Trek... it doesn't matter. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, well, the 90s is right about that time that I would have been overseas and completely cut off from my culture. I was in Portugal and Italy. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it. But at that young of an age, it really established, I guess, habits in me. So I really fell out of TV. As soon as I joined the Air Force, I've never gone back to... I've never watched a TV series regularly since I left the house at 19 years old for the Air Force. All right, this is not going to be needed. We can replace this with a mineral purification plant. And then build a couple housing districts. Discovery, yeah, that's right. The only way that I know about that too is because I listen to some channels that have critiqued Star Wars in the past, and they'll talk about Star Trek as well, you know. But we live in an interesting time where culture is kind of a thing. But anywho, let's see here. Throw up another. I wonder if it would pay dividends to put a commercial district up. I'm going to try it. I don't know if that'll do anything for me or not. Maybe instead no. Commercial zone. All right. Wow, well, TV has changed a lot. Many shows are a continuous story. I know, and there's it's not really much of an excuse because you have streamable media now and people binge watch, but I've tried to get into it. I just can't do it. Hello, Iron. How are you, buddy? Hey, by the way, Iron, I checked out that video you sent me. That's a good video. Unfortunately, I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and that's what you need to have access to that. But, yeah, you know, I had Netflix, and then the Obamas got involved in it, and I was like, do I really want to be part of this? And I didn't use it that much anyway, so I was like, no. And then I got Amazon. I had Amazon for years, and but I don't hardly ever use it. So I recently got rid of Amazon too. I was like, I think Bezos has enough money, and I don't binge watch, and I used to be a big movie guy, but I don't like the movies that they've been making for years now. These movies have been sort of trash, so sometimes I'll see a good movie every now and again, but I've really kind of fallen out of that industry too. I got video games. If they crack into this industry, I'm gonna be mad. I mean, I know they're already in the. I mean, if they take it over, and the same thing that happened with the rest of our entertainment ends up happening to video games across the board, I'm gonna have to find a new hobby, man. I'll go learn how to hunt or something. Let's see, we can upgrade. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this building also, because we have unemployed. And then we're going to replace you with a city district. Other than that, the economy's looking rather, I don't know if I would say robust, but it's healthy. It's green across the board. We're outside the demographic, yeah. Yep. Here we go, Soul Station. Here's what I suspect. And it's just a suspicion. I have no proof for this. Well, I mean, I have like circumstantial proof. Otherwise I wouldn't even have the idea, right? But I think maybe, let's see, put the hydroponics bay up. I think through the use of activism and social media, companies really get a bad read on what the majority of people want. They get a really bad read. Somebody figured out how companies sort of pull the population, and then they exploited it, I think. Because, man, whenever I see something come out that's kind of like super woke, like, what was it that they did with that TV series? Gosh, what was it called? The guy gets in a phone booth and he travels around, and then they gender swapped the guy to a girl. It was a British series. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, is that such a big deal? I don't know if it's such a big deal, but I saw the backlash against it was huge. And then I started hearing about some of they're not telling you a story anymore. They're preaching to you, they're virtue signaling. And so when you say we're outside the demographic, I don't know if we are or not, and I also know that the Generation Z, that's the first generation, at least over here in America, that's the first generation to have more conservative views than the generation before them, which was the millennial generation. Now, that doesn't mean that they're conservatives. I'm not saying that. It just means that they are more conservative in their outlook than the millennials were, and that, to me, makes me think the millennial generation was a one-off. So it's going to be fascinating to see how all this stuff develops. I think people and social dynamics and our I don't like to demonize people. I like to just look at things as, here are the various ideologies that are catching fire, and you're having clashes here. But, people change over time. I just really don't believe in nailing people to a cross and labeling them as X, Y, or Z for all of their lives. It's more fun, in my opinion, to just watch how this stuff works together and see culture changes very slowly. So I'm getting to an age now where I've got enough experience behind me that I can see some of that happening, and I can see a little bit of full circle. I can see things swinging one way or another. Send a science ship. I don't know. I just think it's kind of neat. Doctor Who. Yeah, that's right, Iron. Let's see. I got chats to read because I went on a tangent there. Any of you a fan of the... Oh, I do like The Expanse, Iron Bucket. I think season 2... I can't remember if it was season 2 or season 3. I felt like they were getting a little bit preachy, and I was like, doggone it. Every time a good series comes out, they got to jack it up. And it pissed me off. And I stopped watching it. But my brother told me that they got better. So the last series that came out, I need to watch it. Game of Thrones was awesome for like 5 seasons. Like the best thing you've ever seen on TV. The trouble is it went 8 seasons. Yeah. Expanse is really good. Yeah, we all feel the same about The Expanse then. Graham, I don't know the show you're talking about. Oh, the female Doctor Who. Yeah, can't watch it. Yep. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, man. So that's what I'm saying is that I think companies have been exploited in how they do their polling to find out what their market audience wants. Because every time I see somebody come, like Gillette, right? Gillette, the razor, they had this super... I don't know, I guess feminist, toxic male is what it was. It was a toxic male commercial. You're marketed where like 85% of your customers are male, and you make this commercial that makes us all look like a bunch of beasts, you know, a bunch of animals, like be better, you know, and you think we're going to react well to that. They lost millions of dollars when people started boycotting them. How did that mistake get made? And I think it's because there are people out there who have figured out how to harness social media to create a false image and report false figures. And they're activists. They're very active. And so they call these companies and they kind of rag on them. And I think they've found clever ways to let them know, hey, I don't know if you understand this or not, but you're employing a white supremacist or, you know, whatever it is. There's a grift. There's 100%. There's a grift going on to get things to move in a certain ideological direction. And these companies are falling for it left and right. And that's why we have a phrase like get woke, go broke. It's not really new. Doctor Who back in the 60s was about the Cold War. It's just a lot of people disagree with the stuff they put in now. Gillette, strokes beard. I'm not sure I've heard of them. Yeah, exactly, you know. And I've never seen, so Iron, you know, I want to just let you know, I've never watched a Doctor Who episode. Yeah, so I don't know if it's intolerable or not. I'm just talking about how I think companies are getting the wrong message because I think they're getting socially engineered by people who have figured out the game. You know, they figured out how to influence. And who doesn't want to do that? I think a lot of these people that do this kind of stuff, gosh, this is going to sound mean as heck. It really is. But this is my suspicion. I think a lot of these people that engage in this kind of activism, they don't have very much going for them, and they're able to see what they're able to, the kind of a ripple effect that they can have at a high level, and it's empowering. And I think they get addicted to that. You know, like we got something going on with hedge funds right now. I'm not going to throw that in the same category. I kind of think it's pretty cool what's going on. I don't understand everything about it, but I know it's a bunch of little people telling a bunch of elite people, you know, go kick rocks. But that's not the same as activism. You know, this thing where somebody just spends all day, every day for 7 years trying to get a company to go in a certain direction. I think those people are searching for significance in their lives. But that's my suspicion. I've seen that ad, yeah. Okay, when Doctor Who came back in 2005, it was okay. I was just getting used to the guy playing the doctor when he left. I think a lot of people Revern, I don't know what that means, Iron. Revern, Mr. think something different is happening now, when really it all happened before. Oh, yeah. I get your overall concept. Yeah, that falls under that nothing new under the sun cliche, right? When they had three freaking awesome seasons with David Tennant. Yeah, I hear you guys. So we'll see how it all pans out. I 100% agree with Iron. You know, a lot of times we make the mistake of thinking, oh my gosh, we're in unprecedented crisis moments because we're having to go through it. But my history teacher told me one time in college, she said, hold on just a second, I need to mute Mike. I'm sorry about that. I had to clear my lungs there. My college professor, I took Western Civilization 1 and 2. I was ecstatic that my school even carried it, because that shiznit's getting very unpopular, you know. And my history teacher told me that history is one of the only, it's like that's the laboratory for how human beings operate. We don't really, in other sciences, you have a lab where you can create the circumstances to see how A reacts to B. But when it comes to human beings, really, in order to do that, you have to look at history. And the other thing she told me is that historians are never really surprised. No matter what's going on, they're like, yeah, this has happened. Like my history professor, for example, her background was in, guess what? The French Revolution. So she's looking at today being like, yeah, that's kind of what happens. It was only a couple of weeks ago someone pointed out to me that there were protests in 1918 and 1919 against the government ordering people to wear masks during influenza. Wow, I didn't even know that. I mean, I guess that makes sense, because we can see how people are acting now. People are very suspicious of that. Like I don't know if the stats aren't really backing this up. What do you have an ulterior agenda going on? You know, people get suspicious. My cat fights me when I try to type, so sometimes random characters. Sorry. Oh, that's all right. I don't know. History is written by the winners. How real is it? Well, it is written by the winners, but when you have a consensus across academia, across multiple nations, when everybody agrees who Julius Caesar was, for example, you know, then you can look and see you're not necessarily looking at the winner. You're looking at what happened and how did it happen. For example, World War I. How did World War I happen? Well, we go through and we unwind all the complex agreements and alliances that all these nations had signed with each other, and we can see the domino effect. Well, okay, we can draw some lessons learned from that. Or what about whenever the Vikings came over, you had the great I forgot, the Great Pagan Army, something like that, invaded England. Well, after a long period of absolute at each other's throats conflict, you eventually had intermingling. Well, what can we learn from that? You know, you can at least look and see human behavior kind of has some predictable nature to it across history, across time, and across cultures. Quote, as the influenza pandemic swept across the United States in 1918 and 1919, it's always the U.S. We're kind of a cantankerous bunch. We skeptical of everything. Masks took a role in political and cultural wars. The masks were called muzzles. Oh, they say that. They say that right now. Germ shields and dirt traps. We learn F for peace. Yep. Man. Yeah, so it's I don't know. I think it's all interesting. I like looking at culture. I've read some things about by C.S. Lewis that talked about some things that you can see across cultures, multiple cultures, you know, when it comes to like belief systems and stuff. There are some common parallels you can draw. And I think, speaking in very broad terms, you can look at history and you can see how people behave and react to things. You can see what works and what doesn't. And I think that one of the things going on right now is being led by people who have a very thorough understanding of human psychology. And they are playing that shiznit like a slot machine. All right, we got the Erassian homeworld. Anyway, I keep saying the same thing, but it's all very interesting to me. History is just repeating itself over and over.
Survey concluded.
There's definitely parallels, and you can see cycles and trends. Whenever I was a teenager, I remember having there was a poster I had up on my wall. It was my favorite poster that I had. I had like 3 or 4 of them. Wasn't a big poster guy, but this one was neat. And I think it was a Coca-Cola advertisement. And in a circle around this can of Coke, there were other circles. So imagine a clock where the numbers go around, and there's a circle around each number. But instead of there being a number in there, it was haircuts, and it showed you the years. Now, this was here in America, but it started at 1960, and when it reached the 11 o'clock position, that was the current time period. It was the 90s, and the hairstyle looked the same, you know? We've seen bell bottoms come back. We've seen, right now, there's, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to a music called synthwave, but that's a throwback to 80s dance music. You know, a lot of synthesizer beats. There's a lot of stuff from 80s pop music that's getting recycled now. It's just kind of uncanny how that happens. You see it in fashion and in music a lot. Research project. Order restored on Earth. All right, we're going to be wrapping this up here pretty quick, guys, and I want to start recording Crusader Kings 3 tonight. But 10 o'clock is typically whenever I shut it down. Probably next week is whenever I'm going to start streaming Europa Universalis 4. I don't normally make a pitch, and I'm not trying to make a pitch here, but
Construction completed.
I've gotten to know you guys a little bit, and you can kind of see what games you enjoy. You might want to just jump into one of those streams. Just check and see if I'm on, and give Europa Universalis 4 a shot, or look it up on YouTube and look at a playthrough, like one episode or a trailer or something like that. I have the feeling like you guys might find that to be interesting. So I'm just throwing that out there. What is this? This is the repeal. No, we want to keep it. I'm going to be trying to learn how to play it. I have some basics down, but it's a really deep game. It's like Stellaris on steroids. Edict expired. Let's grab that again. You know, we started at self-sealing stem bolts. What is that? I always use skyhooks instead of stem bolts. What are you guys talking about? Am I just ignorant of this, or is this like UK jargon that I'm totally unfamiliar with? It's all yammick sauce to me. What in the world? I want to know these words. Deep Space Nine. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Oh man. I got to visit the UK once. I so thoroughly enjoyed myself, man. I went all over. It was England, and I got to go up to Scotland. I didn't get to go over to Ireland. But man, I just and I didn't get to go into Wales either. But I had a blast. Southern England, Central England, Northern England, and Scotland. And that was a really good time. I got to see a play in West London. I think it was in West London. And, you know, for us Americans, we're always hearing about the British system of acting and the live acting on like the Broadway style on a stage is really good. And I was not disappointed. Man, it was just a thrilling experience. Building upkeep and district upkeep reduced by 10%. Yeah, I like that one. I don't want to have to explain a Frankie. It's a hazing thing. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sitting here being wistful. I wish I could go. If I was independently wealthy, I would have a house in Italy, and I would visit the UK at least once a year. I guess that explains why whenever I was given my dream sheet in the Air Force in basic training, a dream sheet is where you put down 8 choices of where you want to go, whatever air base you want. And I didn't have a single base in the United States, not a single one. I wanted to get outside my country and go live amongst other people and see how everything works. And man, it was a good time. I got to see a lot of neat things. Grim would like a panto. Oh, no, he wouldn't. Okay, this is a mining world. I guess we better put a mining station up, and we can clear blockers also. And we're almost done terraforming, and we'll set up our colony ships to go out to these four worlds, and then I think I'm going to be done for the night. Horizon is a generator world, so we can also put up chemical plants. Start putting these refineries up on Horizon. New Zealand, yeah, I'd like to see New Zealand also. Maybe pick a house in countries with less COVID. Well, yeah. You know, we're talking in a perfect world, right? I loved living in Italy. I would like to go back. And I really enjoyed visiting the UK. All right, we need to come back down here and assist research. I could live in New Zealand, I think. Yeah, I've heard good things about New Zealand. That's where Lord of the Rings was filmed, wasn't it? I think that would present its own set of travel opportunities too, because you could island hop. You could check out Australia. You could check out the Philippines. I'm sure there's some other Polyasian island chains down there that would be fun to check out. Wake Island is probably nearby, I believe. What did we get here? Adaptable. Okay. Imagine if there were 20 people chatting here, Grim wouldn't have time to play the game at all. Yeah. Concord. Nothing I can do about that right now. Horizon, though. Okay, we're already building. There we go. Okay, pause it. All right, Tau Ceti. Well, it looks like it can be another mining world. Maybe we'll make this a refinery world. I don't know. I kind of wanted to go with Colors Fade Gaming's strategy of putting refineries on all worlds, one of each, and then these should be good to go. Maybe I'll stack this stuff with bureaucracies. I'm not sure. We can tell, though, that it offers mining. Anyway, we're going to colonize it. How do I have access to you? I don't know. But we're going to colonize it with humans. Dawn, sure. And the next one then. High gravity. Okay, this is going to be a bureaucratic world, I think. Bubbling swamp. Okay, colonize with humans. Tuscany, sure. So Dawn and Tuscany. Then we have this one. And Rama, Thea, Dawn, Toyotoma, Tomi, Avalon. Avalon sounds nice. It also has mines, and the last one was up here. And this was going to be, well, let's see, I'm going to need a research world too. What was this going to be? Oh, I think I was going to make this one my bureaucrat world. So one of them needs to be a bureaucrat world, and one of them needs to be research. Spring on the Caraya Albion. There we go. All right. So anyone got shares in GameStop? I do not. I heard about that a little bit late, and I'm not sure about stocks is an area that I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I had shares in Game UK back in the day and made profit. Got out at the right time. Oh, good. Bucksy, nice. We'll only have risks, GameStop, but 800% profit seems nice. I know somebody over here who made $700 off of it. QWERTY issues. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for tonight. Let's save it. And really, as always, it was a pleasure talking with you guys tonight. Oh, let's go ahead and get this guy going. And we'll do this again next Friday. I'm aiming for 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock start. It just kind of depends. And then, like I said earlier, throughout the week, if things go as I intended, then I'll probably be dabbling with Europa Universalis 4. And maybe I'm projecting here, but I think I'm really super excited about it, and I have an idea that you guys might find that at least somewhat interesting. If you've liked this game at all, then EU4, it's really neat. But I might be projecting. It's got a historical element to it. We start at 1444. I'm going to be playing in the Iberian Peninsula as Castile. You get to go through the Reformation, you change your government type, you go all the way to the 1800s. It's the age of exploration. You go and discover new lands, you colonize, it's all that stuff. But that is definitely what it's about. So if any of that sounds cringy to you, there's your heads up, but you can look that up on YouTube and see if it sounds appealing at all, and I will definitely be trying to get to that next week. So until then, I will talk to you all later. I wish you a great day, a great evening, and a great rest of your week, and I'll chat with you later.